the things that you've gone through in the past. Now, you did mention that, and I watched that interview with you on Bandila last night, where you did ask certain questions about why did your mom pass away a little too soon. When you go through that, or when you're on when you're writing your novels, how much of those places do you kind of reach to get inspiration in your writing?
When you get to a scene that's very sad to write or very challenging to write, you'll draw on anything, whether it's how you perceive your friend to have acted, or you'll draw on your own memories. And I find that I've learned enough, because I lost my mom, my father, and my sister. I've learned that everybody reacts slightly differently to these real tragic events in life. And so I put myself in, you kind of know that anything can go. Someone can get quiet, someone can get angry, someone can pretend it didn't happen, someone might take years to get over it. So I kind of shape them with different people that went through the same tragedy. So to answer your question, you draw on everything you can to create these emotions.
So then on another note, the men in your books are real.
Yeah.
The romantic men in your books are real?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
We're not a dying breed, Ginger.
Really? Okay. Well, I think we have some other questions.
Yeah, we've got a question over here from Havalencia. Asks, would you ever consider using the Philippines as a setting for a future book? Start writing right now, Nick.
Yes, I've given up trying to predict the future. Anything is possible. I do, most of my novels, I will say, are set in North Carolina, but there would be nothing to prohibit me from having someone from the Philippines, to tie this into somehow. They lived there, they moved from there, they're here, absolutely.
But it's not so far from your actual experience, because it's interesting to note that you have an aunt who is Filipina, and you've actually...
Juliet?
Yeah, it's interesting that you've taught yourself some very basic Tagalog.
Yes. Very. Let's not give me any.
All right, we're not going to get you in trouble here, but as far as being as a little bit Filipino, have you ever tried balut? Patreng asks. Are you familiar with balut?
I am not.
You are not? Oh,
we must
initiate Sandra. Please make a note. We have to initiate Nicholas on balut. It's a duck egg, and it's
fertilized duck.
Yeah, there you go. It's a fertilized duck egg with
a
little duck in there. It's an interesting experience.
It'll be very interesting. Now, just along those lines of speaking Tagalog, well, we do have someone who's specifically asking Briticisms asks, can you speak in Tagalog? You did tweet in Tagalog twice.
No, I cannot. To say that I could speak would be a lie.
All right.
There's a few words, a couple of phrases, and you do what you can do to. I knew I was coming to the Philippines, and you want people to know that I'm excited to come, and so that's why you do.
That's
things like
cool.
that.
We appreciate
and of course,
that.
like I said, my
salamat. Thank you for learning a little bit of the basics there. You also know a whole bunch of other languages. I mean, you're interested in language. You have a great
I tend to have a good.
I
tend to have a good ear for language. Because I'm American. English it's a Germanic language, and it's of course Latin-based language. So it's I tend to have a pretty good ear. If I go through Europe, I'm usually
you'll pick up.
How many languages can you kind of play around?
Well, where I am, I never get to practice. You have to realize that. But let's say I go to Germany. I'm speaking German within my next 6 days, 5 days back. But it's the same in Italy or Romania or France or Portugal or Brazil or Spain, everywhere. So it's probably about 6.
That's great. Well, you are going to be. I think it's very important to note that Manila is your one Asian stop.
It is
in your whole book tour. After you leave Manila, you're going to go to Australia, and you just came from New York. Is that right?
Yeah, I came from New York. This is the foreign leg of my tour. I had the choice. They say, where would you like to go? You could go to Singapore. You can go to Hong Kong. You go to China, Japan. You only have so much time to do these things, and the Philippines was the place I wanted to go. So I was excited to be here.
Now I'm sure
never been here. It's exciting.
Yeah. I'm sure Juliet was also very much like Philippines.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
All right. Well, you are going to be in some special key locations where people can catch you. How can people?
He will have a book signing in the podium later at 5 p.m. and tomorrow in Power Books Greenbelt at 11 a.m.
Okay, I'm sure people are taking note. You will wanna pick up your own copy, obviously, of the new book, a hardbound.
You have to buy the new book, The Best of Me.
Okay, as if you wouldn't want to anyway. I mean, everybody will be bringing their copy for Nicholas to be signing. I know everybody's got their own favorites in terms of what is it, 16, 17 books now. Has any one of those books been extra special for you, a favorite? I mean, do you get asked that? Which one is your favorite?
Yeah, I suppose if you had to pick one, it would be 3 Weeks with My Brother. That was a little bit of a memoir. It's a story about brotherhood, and it's a story about family. Obviously, it was drawn largely from my life and the lives of my brother and sisters. So that one's very special to me. And I think most people who read that one will enjoy that one as well.
Okay, I haven't read that one yet.
I haven't as well, but I guess one of my last questions to you before we have to go is, you know, when you hear, or when people hear Nicholas Sparks 20 years down the road, or what is it that you want them to take away from the message of your books, be it that they do kind of run the gambit of all these emotions, but what is it that you want them to take away?
I would like people to just be pleased with the stories. You say, you know, 20 years from now, I would like people to still be enjoying the novels then as they are now, and I would like to have introduced a new generation of readers to the work. That's one thing I'm always trying to do, is to get new younger readers, because every generation tends to pick its own. So it would be really great if my audience 20 years from now looks much like the audience today. Young people really excited. I love to get young people interested in reading, and it's one of my pet passions, like most writers.
Yeah, everybody has to read The Notebook, right?
Yeah, that's what I would
Exactly.
Yeah, at one point in their life, they should, I think.
Have you always been a hopeless romantic?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm one of those guys who's like that, yeah.
Now I am going to ask you anything, any piece of advice that you can have for the guys out there.
I'm just going to
who
make a
can
note
just-
here.
Right
Yes.
there, to really make the women their life swoon from
You know, I think
Nicholas Sparks himself.
I think it comes down to what is romance. Romance is thinking about someone and showing them that you're thinking about them when you really should be doing something else. It's unexpected phone calls. It's flowers when they least expect them. It's doing something kind and meaningful to them as a just because you know they'll like it, not because you have any sense of expectation.
Great. I hope that was on record, guys.
I know. I'm gonna review that, but I just want to add here that Nicholas Sparks has evoked that loving and passionate feeling in each of us. So for our question of the day, tell us, what is your favorite love story? Right? Tweet ANC Alerts and ANC Mornings. Please use the hashtag ANC Asks, or post your reply on our Facebook page, ANC 24/7. You can also text REACT space ANC space name, age, address, and reaction to 2331 for Globe, TM and Sun, and 231 for Smart and TNT.
Now, Sandra, one last time, that's this evening, right, at Podium?
Yep, start off at Podium. Don't
Yes.
miss it. Be there.
The books are very affordable. 315 are all the paperbacks are 315, and this is 549.
All right, good stuff. I think I might line up again. Thank you so much for
thanks.
being
It's
with us
really
today.
been a
It was such
pleasure.
a
Thank
treat and
you.
such an honor.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
All right.
Come back anytime. Come back anytime.
You got it.
All right, folks, we are